Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. Breaking tackles. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up in the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. And if you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. Trying to create here on the move. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Well, that's a quarterback's dream to have all the time in the world sitting back in that pocket. Allows him to scan the field and be able to find an open receiver without worrying about getting hit. You can see what happens when they have that kind of time back there.
Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect it.
Trying to extend the play. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. This one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. the shotgun, here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Second down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Pass not complete.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Back to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The balls are in the red zone. Handoff running right. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Defense trying to hang on the 11th play on this drive. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Chris, it's early in this football game, but the defense had a golden opportunity to come up with a stop, and they allow him to run the football on him to get the first down, and now it's 1st and goal. Missed a golden opportunity. Let's see how...
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Fowles. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
Now they get set to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. Powering through the defender. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So the Syracuse offense has back out onto the field. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. And the quarterback keeps it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
On the move, looking deep. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously. But I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. Just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Look at this. He'll go deep again. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The punt team making their way on the field. Bringing it back, it's Rhodes. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Coverage team gets him down, and that'll do it for the first period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Give. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Boy, great throw and a first down for Tennessee, and they are in business. This quarterback is playing well, and, you know, Chris, they are able to recruit the nation when it comes to quarterback play because of the history and tradition they have. Started really with Peyton Manning, but has worked its way through. Think about T. Martin, won the national title in '98. Hendon Hooker, what he did a few years ago. Go back to Josh Dobbs. Boy, they've had some great quarterbacks that have played here.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Santos. And the game just good enough for a first down. And the Vols churn out another first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Grab down the middle. It's Santos. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
The Vols line it up with first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Defense expecting run all the way. They stop him short of the goal line.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Try to make it with a quarterback sneak.
Well, I don't blame him to go with a quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But, hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
So denied on back-to-back runs. Now it's third down and goal. On the ground, trying for the first down with the tight end. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Goes out of bounds at the 32. That's a decent return. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here.
They continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
With the catch, it's Jones. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up first downs. You get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Orangeman. And the defense adds 6 from an interception return. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Another great play by this receiver, and I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Finds his man. Has the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Hey, it's first and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he takes this from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Rolling to his left, outside the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Trying for a 4th down completion. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback, the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Can he take it all the way? Return a pick six. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he runs it into the end zone. So now the lead sits at 7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The shotgun handoff here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's going to put it down and run. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Running with purpose. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Makes a quick grab. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. That's reeled in. It's Becht. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes a reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up.
Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman. Strong game by this quarterback. They're set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction. And a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked. So love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he'll set up to throw. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
The sure hands, it's Rose. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Running a quarterback sneak here.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. Fourth down in inches, simple call, quarterback sneak, but a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that first.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he finds his target. He has the first. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Santos. Touchdown, Bobs. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a one-possession game that makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keeping it on the ground here. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Game makes it second and medium. Tailback takes the handoff again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he flings it out to the left. He had all day to throw.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Ball handed off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Big throw caught on the left side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Santos. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
The Volunteers will have first and 10 here.
The slot receiver can go inside or to the outside. This time he sets the defender up and then
makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kurt, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
This is not how you draw it up as an offense coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw over the middle. And he pulls in the catch. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Again, makes it second and medium. And now the running back's got it again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Direct snap to the back.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you know